Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Scott Howe, CEO and Executive Director of ARF Hamptons, and this is 3-month-old Ophelia, who just arrived at ARF as a rescue from South Carolina.
And I'm Kathy Rayner, President of the ARF Board of Directors, and Ophelia is an absolute angel. We're thrilled to welcome you to the 2022 Bow Wow Meow Ball. We are here at ARF, where the whole campus is under construction to create new kennels, catteries, and buildings that can care for our animals for decades to come.
Tonight, we'll give you a first-hand look at the construction here at the shelter. And we have a special tribute to Kathleen and Charlie Marder, recipients of this year's Champion of Animals Award. Stay with us for the next 15 minutes, and I promise we will leave you inspired.
We can't wait until the construction at ARF is complete and we can all be together again this fall and next summer's Bow Wow Meow Ball, which will be held here at ARF. Until then, I'm so grateful for all of our hosts who pledged gifts to the Bow Wow and opened their homes to host dinners.
Yes, and first, thank you, Kathy, for hosting a dinner tonight, along with Christina and Alec McDonald, and Paula Bea, Amanda and Louis Berman, Polly Bruckman, Zoe Kamitzis and Susan Burke, Vicki Kahn and Mark Schiefert, Isabel Trapnell-Marino and Ryan Hoffman, Lisa and Brian McCarthy, with Alex Papachristides and Scott Nelson, and Ellen and Chuck Scarborough. Thank you all for bringing your friends together to support ARF's work. Anyone watching at tonight's parties can donate online at bowwowmeowball.org, or they can call ARF. Now, let's get to the heart of why we're here with a film about Wink and Buddy, a newborn kitten and a senior dog, both with local roots. This is their story.
Wink was a little kitten. He was brought in by a Good Samaritan through the OPCAT program here at ARF. He was in pretty poor shape. He had a wound trauma to the left eye. Unfortunately, the eye was already gone and we couldn't do anything to save it. So we did treat him, and in about a month's time, he was actually ready to be adopted. And it was wonderful to see the transformation in this little kitten.
Growing up out here, I knew about the organization, and when I jumped on the site, I saw his picture, and in my head I remember thinking a one-eyed cat. Everybody's gonna want a one-eyed cat. We have to get him.
He called very excited about this one-eyed kitten. I wasn't quite sure. I worked so hard at the hospital, so I wanted to make sure it was kind of easy at home.
I went and set up a time and I got to meet him, and he had all that, normal, super fun, playful kitten, and I was like, oh, this is great, he's fine.
Joe brought him home and I instantly started crying because I was like, this is my baby. Wink is so sweet and loves people and just kind of fit right in with what I was looking for and having an animal and something to come home to after work. So many times, a kitten that has any physical deformity might be overlooked, and then you miss out on the fun that Wink really offers.
Treating this little guy was so rewarding, not to only myself, but to everybody here, because it is a team effort here at ARF. And it's gratifying to know that we made a world of difference in this little guy's life. And he ended up having a good home on top of it. Buddy came from a kill shelter in South Carolina originally in 2010. He was adopted soon after, but unfortunately was surrendered. At this time, he was much older, and he also came with a few problems. So we did address them. And at the end, we were able to, put him back together in such a manner that he could still have a great life. But we really were fortunate to find Mr. Miller.
I went to ARF, and he was in the pen up on the hill there, and I could tell that he was old, and he was the one. And I took him for a walk, jumped to the back of the car, and he fell asleep. I said, I guess he's good. I consider myself pretty much East Hampton. I'm 13th generation. I've always had dogs all my life. I've done a lot of hunting. Now we're getting older. This dog is pretty much just a companion. Two old men bonding here. Come on, bud. Come here. Good boy. Come on. Good boy. He's deaf. I'm getting deaf. but he's a good old buddy. Look at that, good boy. We try to get up each day and be as crazy as we can without hurting as little as we can. Take a ride to the bay. He loves to ride. And in the truck, in the back seat, in the van today, he'll get on his blanket. He'll be happy. It was meant to be, is all I can say.
We always try to say that there's that home for every animal, and it really turned out for the good. And it was nice to know that finally we could put him in a home that would be his forever home. I've worked at many shelters over the years, and there is no other that matches up to ARF.
To handle animals properly, you need trained veterinarians, you need trained staff, and none of this stuff is free. I mean, it takes a tremendous amount of resource to do that, and we have to be thankful for the donors that we have out here, for the community we have out here. I mean, it's people that are doing this and giving the resources that they have and the ability they have to share generously that gives, you know, animals like this a second chance, a home.
We are a direct recipient of those gifts and clearly has added so much joy to our life. And so we're very grateful for the work that ARF does.
Oh, Scott, that is such a beautiful story. And I know Buddy. He belongs to a dear friend of mine. So this is really special.
There really is a dog or a cat for everyone. And that's what makes working at ARF so special, and why the donations we receive tonight are so important. Your gifts gives animals like Wink and Buddy a second chance. ARF was founded by people concerned over the lives of homeless animals right here in East Hampton. Tonight's honorees have been with us right here, practically from the beginning. Kathleen and Charlie Marder have been friends of ARF for over 30 years. From garden tours to thrift shop donations to landscaping here at the shelter over 20 years ago and at the thrift shop 10 years ago. And again, this fall when ARF reopens. Their business and their family has touched the work of so many organizations in our community, and it is for that reason too that we are proud to honor them with ARF's Champion of Animals Award. Let's hear from Kathleen and Charlie now in their own words.
I'm kind of a real dog person. I mean, I've had animals in my office for 46 years, and then before that in my pickup truck. I spend all day with my dogs, and they sleep in our bedroom, so if you add it all up, I would be spending more FaceTime with my dogs than with Kathleen. I sort of consider ARF a mental health facility, from stories of children who get an ARF dog, and the poor dog that never got adopted, but somebody came in and said, I'll take that dog. I mean, there's just heart warmth permeating like a star. So I really think the community's overall cumulative average mental health comes up because of ARF.
The volunteers have been really great, and that seems to be a real bloodline for the ARF organization. My son and his girlfriend were going to adopt a dog, and their first stop was ARF, and they were really impressed with how they really care who takes a dog or a cat home.
I think it's important that the donors have supported ARF to the degree that they can add on to their facility and make it ever more comfortable for the animals that have to live there. You know, right, Redberry? Yeah. He agrees. ARF really does help people, and particularly in aberrant times that we've been through, it became apparent how important it is to people to save a dog or to save a cat and get companionship from that animal.
Kathleen and Charlie, thank you so much for being with us at ARF today and giving us a chance to give you a preview of the new ARF that's coming.
You've been so much a part of ARF for so many years, and you've always beautified the outside when we're working on the inside, and it has meant so much to us, and I can't thank you both enough. This is so exciting to be celebrating you.
Well, it really gives us joy to be involved with ARF and to do these kinds of things, and we're really looking forward to putting this place back together. Kathy, thank you very much. It was really an honor that you recognized us, and I'm always happy to do it without any recognition, and this was just great.
Well, this is a great moment for us to be able to recognize you.
Oh, that's very sweet. Oh, thank you.
Now, before Ophelia falls asleep, I want to take everyone for a quick tour of the construction underway at ARF. We're now in the Richard Wells McCabe Welcome Center, which will feature a bright, expanded lobby, new rooms for puppies and small dogs, and completely renovated rooms for our cats. It's going to be a wonderful space for our animals and for our staff, volunteers, and adopters. Just off our lobby is our completely rebuilt kennel building. While it won't increase the number of dogs, it will provide them with the best home possible while they're here waiting for adoption. The William P. Rayner Training Center is an 8,400 square foot space entirely dedicated to training and play for ARF's dogs and their friends in the community. For the first time, we'll be able to offer a year-round space in any weather for ARF's dogs to sit, stay, fetch, and play.
Scott, that's all fabulous, but I think we have one more video that's really exciting. Our pet parade.
Yes, that's all from us here at ARF. So we'll say goodnight and close with this year's edition of the Parade of Animals. Thank you all for watching, and thank you to my incredible team at ARF who put tonight's program together.
Scott, thank you, and thank your team and everyone here at ARF who makes our mission possible every day for giving our animals the care they so deserve.
Welcome to the Parade of Animals, a day on the town for ARF's cats and dogs as they visit our friends and neighbors in East Hampton Village. German Shepherds are always ready for a job. That sure is the case for Fritz. This local rescue would be happy to accompany you on your grocery shopping and any other errands you have. Clay will keep you entertained for hours with his antics. And when he gets tired, he's ready to curl up on your lap while you read a good book. Little Marley is just 15 pounds, but this tiny guy has a big personality and is happy to be your wingman on all of your outings. Dusty enjoyed visiting her friends at Corcoran Real Estate. After all, this sweet senior kitty is in the market for a new home. Is a friendly and curious boy who's just waiting for the right outfit and the right owner to make him an Instagram star. Lovable Goofy, Kipper, and sweet Aaliyah have become fast friends at ARF. These affectionate pups don't need to be adopted together, but they do prefer owners who will share their pup cups on a regular basis. Adorable Bulldog Peppa charmed and snorted her way into the hearts of the London jeweler staff. And she even tried on some sparkle. Nicknamed Silly Sassy, this playful girl is full of energy and looking for an active family to keep up with her. No lasagna for these orange tabbies. Zane and Zeba enjoyed their visit to Second Nature, where they happily sampled the all-natural and organic pet treats. Steph is ready to be your +1 at the Bow Wow. After her visit to Aaron, this sweet Chihuahua is dressed for a night on the town.